Yes.
Okay, we're going to interview Emmett Davis he's charged with pissing behind a dumpster, surrounded by a wall, and he's got bladder, he's got problems, medical problems, and I mean, if the dogs can piss and shit out in public or go to the bathroom out in public, and you got Mr. Johnson, right?
What about my name, Davis?
Davis, I'm sorry, Mr. Davis. And Mr. Davis, go ahead and tell us what happened.
Yes,
here.
I was on Cefalexin 500 milligram antibiotic for my bladder and for my infection, and it caused you to, you know, antibiotics cause you to flush, and I had to use the restroom real bad, and I didn't want to use it, you know, in my clothes, and I went behind the dumpster with blocks around it, and when I came out, the undercover police was waiting on me to tell me to get down, like I had done killed somebody or something.
So you got down on the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to get down on the grass. Yeah.
And here you are, you can barely bend over. Go ahead.
Sir?
Go ahead, keep telling what happened.
Yeah, they told me to get down and everything, and you know, and cuss me out like that, but I went behind block. I told them I was on antibiotics. They make you piss like every 30 minutes.
Right.
And then I was riding the bus. I don't, you know, I ain't nothing else I can say. They just said, well, we can't help that.
So they gave you a ticket?
Gave me a ticket for $500.
$500?
$500 fine.
Okay, so now you're in court and you can't pay the $500, so you're going to do community service.
Yes.
And how many hours you got to do community service to pay off 500?
31 hours, but I still got to pay a portion of the money. I can't, you know, they let me do 31 hours, and then I got to still pay them $300.
Let me tell you, you know, I wish I would have videotaped it. There's an old man that was walking down West Bay Boulevard going to the Largo Library, and here he is, 80 years old, and here he is, had been in the service, fought for this country and so forth, and he did the same thing, went behind the storefront building. He said he couldn't hold it anymore, there's no bathrooms. He looked around, he went over there, and he ended up getting fined also. Ended up getting fined and going to this system here. And here he is, and this is the insanity. They're out generating revenue. They got these guys, they've got so many, they've got such an abundance of law enforcement and overspending of money in this county that they got to now go out and do this kind of stuff to poor people who can't even hold their own bladder in. Here's a guy on antibiotics and all this other stuff. This is insanity. Pinellas County, why are you people, what have they done to the people in this country and in this county to allow this insanity to go on? The dogs can go out and make big piles of mess in your yard. They can go ahead and urinate all over the place. But if a person does it with discreetness, this guy didn't go out and expose himself. This man, out of his own morals, went and found a place that he could go ahead and urinate where nobody would see him, behind a dumpster, surrounded by a brick wall. And who would ever imagine as he comes walking out, he's met by officers and charged with a crime and fined $500. And now he's got to come. How many times have you been to court on this?
Second time. I had petition first. I had to petition to the court for the community service. This is the second time. Yep.
Sir, it's so sad to think that they're doing this to our citizens. They're destroying our trust in our government and destroying our trust in our judicial system. I mean, when we got officers out there doing this kind of stuff, while we got drug running going on in the county, all these doctors are putting everybody on pharmaceutical drugs. We're the #1 drug outlet for the United States of America, and it just goes on and on and on. And this is a greed. As the Bible says, the love of money is the root of all evil. This evil that's going on. When the Bible says, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things he possesses. Life is not found in possessions. While these people are relating to who they are by what they have, their car, their clothes. Well, listen, they're picking on poor people who can't even defend themselves, who don't have a car, who's wearing clothes they got at the free store, and all this other stuff, nowhere to live, and these people are just greedy, evil, greedy people wanting more and more. So, brother, I don't know, what can you say? What do you have to say to the people of Pinellas County about your experience of having to urinate behind a dumpster where nobody could see you with a brick wall around you? When I hear this stuff, I hear this every day. That's why I need you people to understand, when I start getting emotional, the insanity they've done to me, my wife, and our children, and destroying our family, while these people are just stealing from everybody. So Do you have?
I just say best to get out of Pinellas County.
I say get out of Florida altogether.
Yeah,
get out of the state of Florida. You come to Florida, they're going to rape and rob you. And this is what this county's about in this state of Florida. Sir, thank you very much for having the boldness to speak up. I pray that they leave you alone and just, give you your, it'd be nice. We're supposed to be left alone. The government's supposed to leave the people alone. It's in our Constitution, our rights to be left alone.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, take it easy.